Don't panic, plan for it. Welcome to another episode of Self-Employed Success Secrets Wednesday edition. Being filmed on a Saturday because no excuse, just being filmed today. So when you have a business, bad things are gonna happen. People are not gonna pay. People are gonna cancel on you last minute. People are going to just do things that are completely unexpected. One time I got fired on the spot. And I was like, this is when I knew there's some madness when it comes to being something. Where the lady literally fired me on the spot. I was like, in front of people, I was like, damn. Like this game is cruel and I'm trying to help you out, okay? You're gonna have problems. Also, too, stay tuned for the very end for a surprise. So don't panic, plan for it. Understand that if things are going smooth, that's great. But understand things are not always gonna go that way, all right? You've gotta plan for things in advance. Because of the fact that you're only getting paid once a month, most people who are employed are getting paid twice a month. Some people are getting paid every 2 weeks, 26 paychecks, 24 paychecks. Some people are getting paid weekly. Okay, things are gonna come up and you're gonna have problems, okay? You're gonna have things where there's gonna be times when things are going very smoothly with someone and out of nowhere they're like, oh, hey, it's not working out. I literally had somewhere I work with them and like everything was perfect. And then literally a week later, they were just like, yeah, we don't wanna do this anymore. And I was just like, what the heck happened in between? We were laughing and joking and planning future work, and then you just say no. So you gotta be very careful, okay? And not be fearful, but careful, okay? Understand that in life you're either in a storm, you're coming out of a storm, or about to go into a storm. I was reading a Quora post one time, and this lady was talking about how her husband she had been married to for about 45 years, he had just died. And someone was like, how would you describe life in general? And she would say, if I were to describe life, to distill its essence, is that life is stormy, life is hard, life is full of tumult, pain, and conflict. And the Bible says the same thing. The Bible says life is full of suffering and sorrow. Okay, and this is not a morbid video. This is not a video that's negative, but it's just very true. Okay, life is hard. Okay, life is difficult, and one reason why these videos are being made is to make your life a little bit easier. Expect storms, expect them all the time. Charlie Munger, the billionaire businessman, he said they run their businesses if it's always a depression. Okay, just very conservative with cash, only buying things that they need. Really just doing things that are essential for other people so that they can still command money. Because it's a hard world. There's a lot of greed, a lot of fear. And you're gonna see these things as you become self-employed. I'm saying don't fear, don't panic, plan for it. Plan for catastrophic, horrible things to happen, okay? Not being paid for a very long time, getting lied to, okay? You're gonna meet some snakes, you're gonna meet some nice people, but you're gonna meet some people that are frauds, that are gonna willingly deceive you and waste your money and your time. And people who are gonna become foes who were friends, and so it's hard. And I'm just saying, don't be distrustful of people, just be careful. Carefulness is always going to count. I made a video about that a long time ago. Carefulness counts, and so just expect hard times. Okay, it's not going to go as fast and as smooth as you want, because if you expect things to be hard, it's going to ironically make things easier. If you can look around and say, you know what, it's tough, it's a minefield out there, and be like, okay, what can we do? Adapt, adjust, and overcome. That's what you're gonna have to do, okay? I've seen really incredible things happen. I've seen some very unjust things happen too. And so one thing about people is that they're unpredictable. I'm unpredictable, and it's just understand that this world is very chaotic. And the people in it the reason why the world is so chaotic is that we as people are chaotic. Completely up and down, almost entirely dictated by emotions. They say women are dictated by emotions, but men are dictated by emotions too. I've seen this personally. And so, yeah, just be aware of that and know that storms are coming, but life is not always going to be storms. And that's a surprise, is that you know, eventually your circumstances are going to turn in your favor because the world is circular. Eventually something's going to happen to allow your life to get better if you just stay with it. If you have a level of importunity, that's the golden word for this video. Importunity means persistence. If you're persistent, eventually things will turn in your favor. So expect storms. That's what life is. Talk to people older than you. Read books. There's always going to be storms, economic storms, medical storms, personal storms, relational storms, employment storms, you know, existential storms. You know, I heard when you reach 35, a lot of people are just realizing how fast time goes by and that they're just slowly dying. You know, and this is not a morbid video, but it's just true. But there's going to be storms. You're going to have things where it's not fair when people get promoted at work, or people choose another business over yours because you're just like, what? And so expect it and work through it. Understand that everyone has to deal with storms. Everyone has to deal with hardships and pain. It's not just you. As I say, every man thinks his burden is the heaviest. It's not. Okay, it's not true. Your life is not the hardest life out there. Okay, thanks. Remember, lastly, is always successful people make decisions based on current situations, but successful people, you hopefully make decisions based on where you want to be. Okay, bye.